Taylor, what's it like when in the middle of practice you hear your song come on and the whole defense just stops for 30 seconds to dance along?
During practice?
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm a little tired of that song right now.
Yeah.
But you know, whatever. If it helps our team get fired up, then you know, that's a positive. So yeah.
Was it kind of surreal the first time it happened?
Oh yeah, the first time it happened, it was dope. When I heard it out in the stadium, it was a really cool experience, and I'm glad people enjoy it. So.
Jeremiah Allison said after the game, you know, don't let Stanford beat you twice. Do you feel like that's kind of the mindset going into this week, or what are your thoughts on what he said with that?
Yeah, you know, whenever you have a loss, you know, don't let that loss affect you for the next week. So, you know, we already started watching film on Arizona State yesterday, and you know, we're excited about next week. But Saturday was a tough one to take, but you know, you have to just swallow it and go to the next one. So.
You probably felt this way already, but do you feel like that game is proof to everyone else too that you guys can play with anyone in the country?
Yeah, you know, prior to the Stanford game, we already had it in our mind that you know, we could play with anyone. We've been progressing, I feel like, each week, and I think that Stanford game just kind of showed people what we could do, and I feel like we can be a lot better. There was some mistakes that we made during the game that we need to correct, and if we do that and can play a complete game, then we'll be solid.
Seems like Parker Henry's really starting to come into his own these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, Parker's doing a great job making plays on defense, on special teams, stuff like that. So, you know, he's being a big part of our team, and we're happy to have him.
I think it took him a while just to become accustomed to being a starter.
You know, maybe, but I think you know, he's just been learning and having all the coaches coach him up, and just having the team support him. You know, that's been a big thing for him, and he just has that confidence now, and he's just flying around. So.
You guys defensively had some big, what could have been kind of emotional swings. The Parker scores a touchdown, all of a sudden it's waved off, and you got to go play another down. How do you kind of reset after something like that?
You know, just play the next play. Obviously, you guys heard that before. Lead stresses it to us, and just play the next play. Kind of like Ivan's play. You know, we thought that was for sure a strip, but you know, we have to go out there and just do our job and do what we have to do to stop the offense. So.
What's the mood of the team after Saturday? One way you can, and you know, I know the loss sucks, but also does it help? I mean, is the best remedy for that just sort of delving into film and just worrying about the next week?
Well, you know, it's definitely tough to take the loss, but I think for our defense, we just have to look at the positives that we did and fix the negatives. So I mean, looking back on it, we had a lot of positive plays. I think McCaffrey didn't score once, and everyone was talking about him. So you know, just looking at the positives and just building on those and correcting the things that we did wrong on Saturday. So.
Yeah, what was your assessment of the defense on Saturday? It just seems like they had one of the best games of the year.
Yeah, we were fired up. You know, I felt the whole game. There was never a time where we kind of doubted ourselves. You know, we always were ready to go out there and play no matter what the situation was. So I think we just need to build on that and just keep it going the rest of the season.
Arizona State's quarterback this year is very different, has a very different skill set than the one they had last year. Do you notice them sort of change the offense to accommodate him?
The offense looked a little similar to the years before, but I mean, obviously he brings another dynamic to the offense. But you know, as long as we play our rules and do what our coaches ask us to do, I feel like we'll be able to stop him. And yeah.
Well, why is it harder to gaps, leverage, check down, rally when the other team has a running threat quarterback?
I wouldn't say it would be harder. It's just something else to look out for. It's just another aspect in their game. Technically, it's not. It wouldn't be hard if we do what we're supposed to do. Gaps, leverage, check down, rally. That's basically like one of the models for our defense, and if we can do that, we can stop anyone.
I guess then what was it about when Gerard Randall came into the game, or when Hogan started to take off, that really seemed to kind of throw the defense off?
I don't think it really threw us off. There was only like 3 big plays, I feel like, in the Stanford game. It didn't really throw us off. It just was a matter of people doing their job, being gaps, leverage, check down, rally. So I mean, if we can correct those mistakes and make sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing at those plays, we can eliminate the explosive plays. So.
Did you watch that game on Thursday between Arizona State and Oregon?
Oh yeah, I caught the ending of it.
And just take me through what you saw. I mean, obviously a lot of points being scored as well as a crazy finish.
That finish was definitely a crazy one, and knowing how Arizona State lost that game, you know they're going to be fired up to come out on Saturday, but you know we're going to be more fired up than them, and it's going to be a good one. So. Yeah.
What stands out about this Arizona State team, either in the games that you played against them, or even just looking at film of this year's team?
I don't know. They always come out. They always come out ready to play. That's kind of been the thing. The last times we played them, we kind of struggled. Last year, I feel like we did pretty good in the first half and kind of gave the game away. So I think this year, you know, we just got to do what we got to do, and seeing how far we've progressed throughout the season, I think we'll give them something they've never seen before. So.
Any questions on the line for Taylor?
Yeah, Taylor, I'm going to touch on with the Seattle Times. You guys always talk about gaps, leverage, check down rally. When you look back at the film of the Stanford game, where did that break down with Hogan? Like, at what point did you guys, like you said, you guys didn't really come through with those 4 things?
Probably gaps. You know, just having an open gap for him to run through. That was probably the one thing. I mean, if you talk about check down and rally, we didn't really give up any deep balls. I don't really think they tested us like we thought they were going to. And leverage, I thought we did pretty good. So just gaps.
So with the gaps, is it a matter of just having somebody always assigned to the quarterback, or like what needs to happen there for you guys to minimize the damage that running quarterbacks do against you?
I mean, some plays we have guys assigned for quarterbacks, some plays we don't. But you know, gap. If we're on our right gaps, we should be gapped out, and there should be no running lanes for anyone, whether it's quarterbacks, running backs. It doesn't matter. Shouldn't be there for them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions on the line? And back in the room for Taylor.
Taylor, they've got ASU has a guy, DJ Foster, who kind of does a little bit of everything similar to Christian McCaffrey for Stanford.
Yeah.
What do you see as one of the things that, or anything that, you know, makes him difficult to cover?
Just his versatility, you know, how you can play receiver, you can play running back, wildcat, stuff like that. So, I mean, it's kind of the same thing with McCaffrey. We just got to account for him and make sure we can do what we got to do to stop him. So, yeah.
Taylor, a few games ago, Leach was theorizing on why you guys weren't playing very well at home. And he talked about there was a bit of a love fest going on with the stadium, with all the new aspects of it. Do you feel you guys have kind of conquered that, whatever it was?
Yeah, you know, I know as a defensive back unit, we talked about kind of our game play during home games. We thought we played very well on the road, but at home there was just something missing. But I think it's just kind of just having a chip on your shoulder. That's what we talked about. Just you know, coming out there and just knowing, like, treating kind of like a home game as an away game. That's what we kind of talked about as DBs. But you know, I think it's done pretty well. We've been doing pretty good at home so far, but we just got to tune out the noise and tune out what everyone's saying, positive and negative, and just focus on us.
So it kind of makes sense to you that since the stadium is so much different than it used to be, that it might take a team a little bit of a time to adjust to that?
Yeah, obviously it shouldn't have to take us time to adjust to anything. involving the outside, I guess you can say. But I think right now, if you look at how we're playing, we're doing a pretty good job. So.
With the stadium too, with Saturday's game, was that one of the more memorable crowds that you can remember in your Cougar career, or what about that environment?
That was a pretty good environment. I'd say that one is up there with the Apple Cup my freshman year and with Oregon last year. But I think the crowd was great, and it's nice seeing them out the whole game and just supporting us all the way through. So shout out to them.